I'm about to do some repairs on a 2009 Nissan Murano SL. It's the all-wheel drive model. I really don't know much about these vehicles, but if I do upload this video on YouTube or wherever, I guess it will be a learning experience for myself and for those who are watching. I'm assuming if you clicked on this video or search for this video, we all know why. It's because these Nissan engines with the these vehicles with the CVT transmission are notorious for failing. In my honest opinion, I've looked at several reviews or lots of reviews, and I've seen some that they failed at at the high hundreds, like 180, 190, well beyond 200,000. And it would seem as if a lot of people are guilty of just not maintaining them properly. So let me start it up and we'll hear what's going on here. The previous owner, they claimed that while they were driving, it just failed on them suddenly, as opposed to them experiencing failure gradually, slipping and stuff like that. As it is, the transmission will engage sometimes, and within a matter of minutes, it completely slips. Like there's no engagement. You step on the gas, nothing happens. Sometimes you turn the vehicle off, turn it back on, it engages again. It may move for a few feet and then it fails. Or if you drive it for a bit, it engages and then fails. So all of what I'm gonna do is in attempt to do the simple things before considering purchasing a brand new transmission or a second-hand one. Now, one of my first observations when I saw this vehicle, I checked the dipstick, and let me show you what I saw here. So this is my first observation. Now the fluid itself, it's brown. And it's an old vehicle. Whether or not the previous owner maintained it or not, from what I've been told, the CVT fluid that goes in these vehicles, it should be clear, as opposed to like that pinkish red in other traditional transmissions. So right here, I think is a partial red flag. This probably has not been changed in a long time. Mind you, it's not low. It doesn't seem to be low. It was right up to the crosshatch there. See, I cleaned off the dipstick. See if I can get a better reading. See, so it seems as if it's at the correct level, but undoubtedly this is very dirty. So I got some fluid. I got about 5 quarts, and my first goal is to pretty much drain the fluid and also change the filter. Based on my mild research, it is highly advised to change not just the fluid, but to change the filter frequently. I think for some Nissan models, it's advised to change it as early as 15,000 miles or 30,000 miles. And I can just use my imagination and guess that a lot of people probably just don't do that. Maybe because it costs too much at the time or so forth, or they just forget it. The vehicle is driving nice, and who cares about flushing transmission fluid, right? And changing filter. So that's my first goal. So there's a housing for the filter. I don't know the proper name right now, so I'm calling it the housing. There's also a drain plug somewhere there. I have to jack the vehicle up some more so I can get better access. But this is where I noticed the leaking coming from. I don't know if you can see it very well on the video, but all this area is wet. And also, can't really see it over. That's right up here seems kind of dry, but there is some leak coming from over this side, and I need to address that. So I went ahead and I used the impact to give me some leverage. So now I'm just gonna use the. It's a 10 millimeter hex. Oh, it's already. Actually, can pull it by hand. So I have my pan there. Hopefully, I don't have any crazy leaks. Yeah, so it's a 10 millimeter hex. Any second now, and look at all that. That's like damn near chocolate color. So this has not been changed in a long time. Yeah, that's that. So next goal is to I called it housing, and better yet to inspect the housing as well to see if there's any metal shavings and stuff like that, you know, gunk, etc. Took it down, made a mess. It is what it is. Respect to all YouTubers, because I don't think I have the patience to be setting up, you know, proper tripod and all that stuff. Plus it's getting kind of cold over here, so I'm kind of wanting to move fast too. So yes, just ensure you be careful when you take it down. It'd be really good if you have some help, so somebody could be holding it. So as you can see, there's some more fluid left there. I think these are magnets. So okay, so already I'm seeing some red flags. I didn't want to mess up my glove, but these should be magnets. And yeah, there's some sludge-like situation going on here. See that? Yeah. No bueno. Yeah. No metal shaving, so I guess that's a good thing. So I'm gonna use some brake clean and clean this all up. So that's the filter, and I have the replacement one right here. Hopefully it fits, no problem. The spout seems a bit longer, but hopefully it shouldn't be a problem. Only one way to find out, right? I don't even know what I should be inspecting for. All these switches and stuff. God, he knows if they're bad, if they're good, if they're failing, but hey, I'm just doing the cheaper things now. I mean, this filter was, I don't even remember, I think it was less than $20. And it comes with the new gasket as well for the housing. Well, if this entire project turns out to be a failure, I'm very proud of myself with this. I used some brake clean and really cleaned up the oil pan. There are the magnets. Now, I did inspect the magnets further, and some of what that sludge seemed to have been some very, very tiny metal particles. And how I figured that out was because it was really hard getting the material off, the sludge off, or whatever that composition is made up of. Definitely was a struggle to get off the magnet. So that does seem to indicate that some super tiny metal fragments are or were in the oil. So I've removed the filter. That's what it looks like without the filter on. Made a huge mess. Well, let's not pay attention to that, all that negativity. Here is the filter I took removed. So I'm gonna do some inspection of this filter, and maybe it will give us us as in me and you guys, the viewers, whoever is watching this. After inspecting it, it may give us all some kind of idea as to how was this maintained, you know, or the lack thereof. So gonna replace it with a new filter and keep it pushing. I'm not even gonna mess with this, try to spray anything on it or anything like that. I'm just gonna put on a new filter and screw it all up. New filter is on.